And we are back. Here we are. We are in Edgewater. Not the Emerald Vale like I said. Oh yeah. That western strum there. That's nice.
Heard something outside the walls today.
Nothing for us outside those walls. You ought to know that.
Yeah, there's titans out there. This is the general store?
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
Oh, is this the sick house?
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me.
I go where I want.
Hey, keep it down. That kind of talk's bound to put sights on the both of us. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk.
You make it sound like I'm being watched.
The walls talk, is all. We all got sights on each other. Any of us breaks company protocol, boss is gonna hear about it from 6 different mouths. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got.
I've got some training. I could look at you.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
If you insist.
Afraid I do. Don't sit right with me is all. Good for nothing like me getting special treatment from some fancy outsider.
Whoa, whoa.
But he always tells
Don't make
us
it like I'm some
weak
savior.
spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
That's ridiculous. I mean, well, I'll just,
I'm glad you see things my way, and not for nothing. But I appreciate you giving me the time of day.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm feeling a touch faint, if you don't mind.
Oh, so you're killing these as well, huh? Shit, did anyone see that? No? Okay. Everyone ignore me. The barber shop? My home away from home. Oh, you're the dude that needs to pay up, huh?
Merciful law. Is that a marauder's outfit? I don't want you wandering into my shop wearing something you've lifted off a corpse. Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs.
Damn, he's
Physical
probably right.
hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness. No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You
Okay.
will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment. Ah, gravesite fees.
Yep. You gotta pay
Silas
him.
and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
I don't know what you just said, but it sounds like you said you're broke.
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Yeah, I don't care, man. You gotta pay up.
With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
What about an IOU,
Not a
man?
bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
Fucking wackadoo. Where's the general store I heard about? Oh. Wait. Is this the general store? This is cantina. Yeah, because it is a cantina.
You read the latest report?
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
Hey,
If only McDevitt's folk hadn't abandoned us. Cannery could use those extra.
I don't know you.
No, you don't. Alex Hawthorne, Captain Unreliable.
The Unreliable, you say? Never heard of any company supply ship with that particular name. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
And what a fine establishment it is.
You really think so? That's kind of you. I've been trying to keep the floors clean. You got no idea how long it takes to scrub the tiles.
Right.
Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be curt. We just got some problems lately. I can get you a drink
Always
if you
butter
like.
up your bartenders.
Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Can't risk you bringing a drink over to those deserters. You understand.
Yeah, I get it. Fine by me.
Coming right up.
Okay. I can sell you all this stuff. You can have that, and you're gonna probably want the food, and you have these. I'll hold on to that. Maybe I'll want my hibernation suit. Okay, let's go to our inventory right quick. Nice looking. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Hey, give me your money. No.
it's not the best choice.
No.
It's Spacer's Choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
Damn.
Music to my ears.
Assault rifle. How much money do I have? I have 149. I can buy one thing. Okay. Oh no. Alright, weapon or armor? I don't have enough for the armor anyway, so we'll just get the weapon. Oh,
It's
hey.
not. Go right ahead.
Anyone I should watch out for around here?
Other than yourself, definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong. He seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here.
What? Anyone else?
I keep a few paces between myself and Miss Holcomb, the town mechanic since her dear father left the workforce. No ill intent in her, mind. Just a queer sort, restless, scatterbrained, inclined to do first and think after, if you take my meaning.
Interesting. That everyone I should know about?
Amelia. Definitely Amelia Kemp. I advise against stepping foot in her drinking establishment altogether.
Oh, really?
Word is, they're gonna replace her with an auto-mechanical barkeep. She's... what's the word? Obsolete. You don't want to associate yourself with that kind of person.
Alright. Oops. Alright, so it's equipped. Damn it. I don't know how to... Settings. Controls. Button layout. Okay. Companion attack. Emergency medical inhaler. Oh, companion attack. Special ability. Oh. Move, click to sprint, quick melee, talking about holstering jump, next weapon. Oh, because I'm such an idiot, of course. It's triangle, guys. This whole time it was triangle. Alright, okay, I feel good now. Where are we going?
Something got you down?
Nothing. Just don't want to fall sick.
Whoa. That's beautiful. See a couple ships out there. Whoa. Extra planets. Where are we going? This way. Let's get our ship fixed. Okay. Huh. Alright. Listen to that music.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
the cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Seems we've got a guest.
Yeah.
Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
I'll wait until you're finished, man.
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct.
Really?
My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
Yeah, super simple. You must be the town boss.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
I need a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Oh, yeah? Let's hear it.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
What about the plant?
The geothermal plant was built by our owners, Spacer's Choice. Lit up the whole Vale once upon a time. Most of the Vale is now abandoned. All that power is going to waste.
And you want that power going to your cannery.
We could use the power. Cannery's been struggling. If we don't ramp up productivity, the company might cut us loose.
You said it was mostly abandoned?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Right. Right. You mean marauders?
The people living in the botanical labs. They're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
If you want me to solve your deserter problem, I can charge you by the head.
Good law, no. I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town.
Oh,
Before you
okay.
go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Oh, can't make any promises.
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Right, let's get going. You ready? You ready?
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office. if we
Oh,
talk.
sure. Right, we don't want to be rude.
We
So,
better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
okay.
Hey, mister, can we talk?
Damn it.
Sorry. Got a sec? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me.
I don't mind.
It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Seemed pretty straightforward.
Sure, it all comes together seamless in his own head. And I reckon he means well, for all that. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Uh-huh. And... so?
Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse.
Not if they come home.
It don't seem right to me, mister. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Suppose it wouldn't hurt.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Alright, here we go.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
This is the church, huh? Yo.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
Parvati wanted to talk to you about something.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
This guy's an astute observer.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of the group, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
So what do you think?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Sounds like I got my work cut out for me then.
If you don't
Thank
mind
you.
a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Why is that? I don't know. I've been outside.
The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library. Barely escaped with my life. But you see, one of the reasons I transferred here was to get my hands on that heretical text. If you managed to acquire it for me, I'd pay quite a handsome sum for the book.
You want to pay me to get you a book? How much you willing to pay?
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name Mbakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Alright. I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
That's that then. Before we head to the plant though. Let's collect these. You people got debts to pay. What's up? Yo, Phyllis.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Gravesite fees. Here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
Kinda you, I guess.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Said he shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Really? I'm gonna have to upgrade. I'll let you get back to work. Ooh. Time to level up. 10 points. Where we going? Boop. We'll put one more in defense. Dialogue. 2 in stealth. Attack. I have 3 more. Leap forward. Yes. Whoops. Perks. Next, we'll get fast travel while encumbered. Oh no, that's every 2 levels. Damn. We'll get it eventually. Good job, good job. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. Next on the list.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got in.
Just between us?
Wilson deserted. Lost his nerve. Ran off in the pick of night.
Friend of mine died a couple weeks ago.
Constable.
I've never actually been in here. Seems scary from the outside.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
I'll take it.
Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Got some
As long as your
questions.
questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
Never mind.
Wish we had some better rations.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
What are you going on about?
Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
What's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
Gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
He told me everything.
Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Okay.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got 1 foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
Can you pay me so I can get out of here?
I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
Depends.
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break it, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Questions.
I'll do what I can.
Assume there's
You
guards.
will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
What about them?
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly.
Okay. Alright, I've heard enough.
So you'll do it then?
Yeah.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Anything
Just
else I
keep
should
your
know?
head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
Yeah. Alright. Let's go.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
And who are you?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
He's got symptoms of something. You're saying it's psychosomatic?
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
What do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
I think I'm already gonna get in trouble by stealing this cash, so what's a little more?
Alright, here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't
Yeah.
have the medicine to treat them all.
Got
Can't
it.
reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
Mm-hmm. Can you match his offer?
I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better.
Think
That's
about
all
it.
I can ask of you.
Any ideas?
Yeah, huh?
Nothing. Now there's 2 more people we need fees from.
Oh, I cut my own hair. But Conrad said...
What can I do for you?
I know a thing or two about medicine.
Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
You were trained at a medical school?
Experience was my teacher. Experience and... So, you want to be an embalmer, brochures 1 through 5, courtesy of the Spacer's Choice Department of Career Development.
That's just sad.
Go ahead.
What do you know about the plague?
The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame.
Why don't you treat all the workers?
Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
Oh. Whose idea was that?
Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours.
You seem pretty enthusiastic.
Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started.
And yet you can't pay your fees.
As the good vicar says, work fortifies the spirit of a man. If you want to feel exhausted, try not having any work.
That's true. This guy won't pay up his fees. We'll have to collect from another guy. I guess we'll talk to him later. We'll have to get those fees. We could try talking to the grave digger, Silas. See what's what. And then whoever's down there. Is it day? Didn't even notice when I was in there. The landing pad.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
Yo.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
That's not why I'm here. Grave site fees.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
What are you going on about, man?
The war. The coming apocalypse. Man versus machine. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Yeah. Gotta watch out for those mechanicals.
That's right. That's what I've been saying. We
This
gotta
dude's off his
square our
rocker.
shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant, clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
If you're paying.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans, mostly, some Spacer's chaw, a few bit carts. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so what do you need, man?
They have sent a
I can do it.
Prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Alright. Pointers?
Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Journal? We need Conrad. Go back. Fingers. Mechanical scouts. I don't know, we'll do the grave matter first. Let's run back this way.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit? Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
Let's change the subject.
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here.
Ah, right, of course.
Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
That's not my business.
Something I can do for you?
Those fees?
You run into any trouble?
Conrad.
Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room.
I'll take a look. We'll do that when we come back. Let's go find something else to do. Illustrated. And where is that? Wait, zoom. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. So that's gonna be over there. Wait. Ooh, okay. Okay, got it, got it. Fistful of digits go that way. Stranger, strange land. digits, power, digits, manual, tomorrow, die robot. Okay, so I think we go here, 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 then here. That seems fair. That seems like a reasonable way to go. So we'll end the video, and we'll just see if I can get into any of these houses. No, none of that. Alright, we'll end the video and continue.